Hi everybody, it's me, Kidney Carrie, and I'm back. And today we're gonna play Agatha Christie's Hercule Poirot. I'm really probably butchering his name. The London Case. So we'll just refer to it as Agatha Christie's The London Case with Hercule. So we're gonna go ahead and start this game today and see how it goes. Also, I have the Agatha Christie's The ABC Murderer, which I played and complete, and it's in my playlist of games. So you want to make sure, if you like Agatha Christie and that, to check it out. Also, to start, I would like to thank and give a big hearts to all my subscribers, and to my new subscribers, thank you so much for subscribing. It means the world to me. Words cannot express how much it means to me that you come and watch my videos and everything like that. It means a lot to me. It's helping my little channel grow, which I thank you so much, because I'm really enjoying doing all these different kind of games and stuff like that. And so thank you for coming and watching and everything else. Also, if you want, you can comment down below on any other kind of games you'd like to see me play. I do plan on playing the new Resident Evil game, which I have downloading currently. I love Resident Evil. I love the movies, everything else. So I'm really excited about starting and playing that. So without further ado, I hope you're all having a wonderful day. Let's go ahead and get into this new game. Okay, prologue, the ship.
Detective Hercule Poirot? Ah, Chief Commissioner. On the contrary, it is a most convenient time. The safe passage of a painting? Tell me everything.
If this is like, the other game where, which we had to figure out who was the killer, and it had different, like, traits that you had to figure out, and who is that match. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, don't burn the painting. It's a nice painting.
If man was meant to travel the oceans in such conditions, he would surely have been given his own fins. A distraction is what one needs. Where is that blasted contact? How is one to prepare for an assignment if one does not have all of the required information? Very well. I shall wait no longer.
Beautiful, isn't she? Pardon, monsieur? The open water. There really is nothing quite like her.
When one suffers from the mal de mer, the beauty, as you say, is rather more a burden.
Forgive me, I just can't imagine being scared of the ocean in this day and age. The potential to see the world is open to even the ordinary man like us.
I can assure you, monsieur, it is not a matter of being scared. And as for ordinary,
I didn't mean to offend, Mr.
I am...
Forgive me, madame.
No harm done. Accidents happen. My cigarette case, where is it?
I didn't see.
You thought I wouldn't notice? A young lady traveling alone. An easy target for you, I bet.
I'm sure the young lady would appreciate the help of two handsome strangers.
Okay. Now we're on the prologue of the ship. Okay, now remember. I'm an investigator. I like to investigate everything, so... Use the left stick to explore the scenes. Try to find the missing cigarette case. 8 interrupts, okay. Definitely a different setup than the last one that I played. He really needs to roll his pants down a little bit. Okay. Reading an excellent way to distract oneself from the surrounding ocean, accompanied with tea, however, I cannot agree with their choice of beverage. So, obviously down there it's gonna, tell you, I need to figure out where I need to put my head. Sorry. Give me a minute. No. I'm trying to figure out where to put my camera, so... Let's see if right there works. Hit A. That looks like that may be the place to put for this game. Unknown item.
Aha.
Some objects can be viewed in more detail. Trying to find all points of interest on this object. So to move it around, I have a puppy crying in the background. Cigarette case. Rotate, zoom out, zoom in. An ordinary family crest, a lion traditionally associated with courage, nobility, and the British. And hit A. Date engraved. Date 1855. It's old, but it is near perfect condition. So in this one, you it's on the side tells you how many clues that there are. So putting my head up there actually is a great place. And it tells you how many clues there are. Now this one, of course, the last one when we played, it like would shake or whatever when you were near whatever it is you needed to find. Also, I made sure to put my detective hat on for this. It's, you know, I'm playing as a detective. Do we want to open it? I mean, I feel like we're invading privacy or something. Mechanism used to open the case. So I found all three. That's what it looks like today. Okay, so I found everything. A silver cigarette case adorned with a family crest. Collected items are added to your inventory. Press Y at any time to check the items. Y, cigarette case. To exit. Don't mind my puppy. Wow, I actually couldn't get to the dining room. Okay, so I am to return the cigarette case to the passenger. I mean, this is very interesting. I have no reason to go there now. Connect, interact. The passenger suitcase. Well, okay.
A young lady should not be left to gather her own things.
Okay. Return the cigarette case to the suitcase. Used to. But when I want to give it to her.
You are returning home?
I am. But how did you know that?
Okay. How did you know I'm returning home? Select the correct answer to progress much. Like your investigation, you may need to keep searching for clues before you can solve this fully. So, can we exit out of here? That is not right. Come now, concentrate. Okay, is there a way to get out of that? Lion and...
Besides your educated accent, the crest that adorns your cigarette case, it is of British origin.
Very observant. It's the crest of my family, and the case belonged to my mother. I take it everywhere with me. Miss Florence Farquhar, a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
The pleasure is ours.
That looks like everything. Except for my powder case.
So I guess we should have been...
Is this what you're looking for?
It is! Thank you, Miss...
Miss Babanin. Anastasia Babanin.
Anastasia. What a beautiful name.
I can maybe be able to pronounce any of those.
It was my grandmother's.
I don't know why my guy's just like, huh?
Well, that's everything now.
Looks like he needs to go take a
I
nap.
can't thank you all enough for your help.
I'd be happy to escort you.
I'm sure
Here,
you
I'll
would.
take your bag.
Oh, yes. Okay, thank you.
Don't
Cabin
trust him.
4. I'll be
Don't
right
trust
behind
him.
you.
He's up to no good.
Anastasia, perhaps I can offer you a token of my gratitude in the bar later?
That would be lovely.
And you, Mr.
Detective Hercule Poirot, at your service.
A detective? I was not expecting to meet such a distinguished gentleman on board.
Well then.
I did not expect to meet someone of Russian descent on a ship between the great city of Antwerp and Dover.
Oh. Well then.
I never mentioned where I was from either.
How did you know of the Eastern European accent?
One did not have to. Anastasia, of Russian origin meaning resurrection.
And here was me thinking I was special.
Your knowledge of my heritage is most impressive.
I am a detective, you know. I know these things. I mean, hello.
And I'll take that as my cue to leave. Good evening.
It seems it's just us remaining.
Girl. I think she's a hussy. She probably thinks I have money, and she wants me to marry her because she wants my money.
I would very much like to hear stories from your homeland. Perhaps you would join me in the restaurant.
As charming as that would be, I'm feeling rather tired. It
You were
must
gonna
be
go-
all the sea air.
But you were gonna go get a drink in the bar. But you're too tired to join me in the restaurant. See ya.
Then I shall leave you to your slumber. Adieu.
I do. I do. I do. I do. Ooh, ooh. Do you?
As much as I enjoyed the delights of the restaurant, I still found my mind drifting back to Mademoiselle Babagna. She really was quite charming. I have spent the first part of this excursion neglecting my duties. It's time to retrieve my notebook from the safe and begin.
Okay.
The combination was not a difficult one to remember. 1815, the Battle of Waterloo.
1815.
Et voilà. Time to...
Oh no.
One cannot ignore such a blood-curdling scream.
My mother's cigarette case! It's gone! How could somebody do this?
Didn't we just find it?
Mademoiselle, I ask that you take a moment to calm.
You're a detective, of course! What luck!
As luck would have it, one of Belgium's finest. Now, I require as many details of the crime as you can offer.
I came to my cabin and began unpacking. I couldn't get the safe working, but the gentleman that helped me with my luggage showed me how it works. Afterwards, I went for a brief walk, and when I returned, the safe was open, and my cigarette case was gone.
Dun dun dun. So you want to think it was that gentleman, but it probably isn't.
We must consider the suspect list. Those who were aware of the cigarette case's existence.
Wait, I'm one of those people.
That can only be those who were up on the deck when my luggage spilled. Miss Babanyan, the porter, yourself.
And your helpful stranger.
I'm going to
Yes,
say it's
of course.
anesthesia.
I ask that you gather them for me. And while you are absent, I shall begin my investigation in here. If...
Whatever you need to do to find it.
I hit the button too early, sorry. Okay. New mind map unlocked. Alright. Who stole Florence's cigarette case? The theft of Mademoiselle Furic's cigarette case has plagued me for long enough. I must consider everything I know and deduce the truth. I love how the other thing all the way down there. When Pyrrha uncovers the interesting area investigation, a mind map is launched. Here you can see all of the evidence related to your very first investigation, using the left stick to move your cursor to highlight each piece of evidence to see Pyrrha's interpretation of them. Knew the safe combination code. Mademoiselle must have been aware of the safe combination code to open the safe in the first place. Mademoiselle has not had any visitors to her cabin before she cried help. Florence. Mademoiselle had a set of keys to her cabin given to her when boarding the ship. It's important to pay attention to all evidence. Information given, this will become virtual as you start making decisions. For now, press B to return to the scene. Explore the cabin for more clues. You can use left bumper and right button to rotate the camera whenever you're exploring indoor spaces. Some clues may be easier to spot from certain angles. Okay, I see. Am I looking at myself in the mirror? Is that a toilet? Okay, one must present themselves at their best at all times. The mirror is a little high for my stature, however. Room safe.
Huh.
The dial. If the thief left any sign of accessing the safe, perhaps a fingerprint on the dial will be on it.
Huh.
The door remains open and the contents missing. are no clues of obvious signs that the safe has been tampered with. The thief must have found another way in. Line of dust. This must have only become obvious once the safe was moved. Perhaps the cleaner should reassess their standards.
Mademoiselle, I thought you would be returning with a gentleman also.
The gentleman wanted to speak to the porter alone first.
I was unaware he is also a detective.
He's not a policeman. He works in insurance, I believe.
It appears I shall be spending my time chasing amateur detectives around the ship.
Of course.
Mademoiselle, I would like to start with who had access to the safe combination.
No one. It was in a sealed envelope that was waiting for me when I arrived. I memorized it and threw the paper overboard. 4385. It's really not that difficult to remember.
Okay. I won't be able to. 4385. Mine's 1815.
A similar envelope was waiting for me upon my arrival. The date of the Battle of Waterloo, as I recall. Every safe, although identical, must have a different combination.
After the gentleman helped me with the safe, he left.
If the mysterious gentleman is behind the theft, he went to great lengths to hide his fingerprints, but did little to hide his movements in Mademoiselle Farquhar's cabin. There are many questions that require answers. Answers I believe he may hold.
Okay. New mind map. Investigating a theft was one of the last things I expected from my journey to London. But as officer of the law, it is my duty to find who could have stolen Mademoiselle Farquhar's cigarette case and why. Notice the number on the icon has been updated. Okay, over there. Which my thing is... okay, let's just go ahead and move my... again, because... no, let's do this. Wrong one, hold on. That way you can see. Okay, hopefully that's where we need to leave my head. Over there up in the corner. Okay, ship evidence. Notice that the icon has updated. Try connecting two pieces of evidence to form a deduction. Pay attention to the information given to succeed. Use the left stick to highlight nodes and A to start linking them. The dial. If the theft left any signs of accessing the safe, perhaps a fingerprint on the dial would be. No sign of tampering. Florence residence while aboard. If the thief left any signs of... Hold on a minute. Okay. Alright, sorry about that. The phone was ringing. I needed to make sure if it was something I needed to get or not. So, if the thief left any signs of accessing the safe, perhaps a fingerprint on the dial, and there are no clear or obvious signs that the safe has been tampered with, the thief must have found another way.
Voila.
Voila. Woohoo. Well done, you made your first deduction. Linking existing evidence gives you brand new evidence to use in your investigation. Use B to return to the screen. Given the state of the safe, I assume the thief simply entered the code and took the contents. Well done, you must have deducted. Okay. Given the state of the safe, I assume the thief simply entered the code and took the contents. So... Oh, I don't have any whatevers. Okay. Okay. Try exploring the rest of the ship, gathering information, and making deductions until you're able to solve the first investigation. Remember, you can use the X. Use the X to view the... I didn't get to read all that. Okay, so let's see. Okay, I will be attending in a professional capacity, but I would have very much liked an invite of my own as a souvenir of my time in London. A committee at the Royal Edwin Gallery requests the pleasure of the presence of Miss Florence Farquhar to the unveiling of an extraordinary new exhibit from the Museum Royal XD's books, art of Baku, including... Yes, words are very hard, remember that. And we know a lot of those words I am not going to be able to pronounce. What is going on? Why can't I do anything? Okay. Item added to inventory. The formal invitation on one side, blank on the other.
Oh,
I am surprised Mademoiselle Farquhar's luggage made it this far without splitting with the amount she packed. Well, okay then. It seems that Mademoiselle would choose not to dine in the restaurant. Florence. That's good. Items added to inventory. Makeup remains a mystery to me. Oh, so sorry. I just caught up. So, judging by Mademoiselle Francois's fashion, since this must be a popular shade. Okay. Item added to inventory. One must be careful with such delicate powder. A horrible mess it would cause, although it could come in useful. Oh, meaning like, I could fingerprint stuff. Got it. Newspaper article. An article from the London Illustrated News. Okay, London Illustrated News. The changing world in which we live in, and who is permitted to enjoy it. Florence Francois. Fine arts, theater, and literature, as well as other mediums that are anonymous with the arts, have always been considered a middle and upper class area of enjoyment and pastime, with these that fall outside of the desired audience being shunned at the door. Even now, having taken the steps into the 20th century, there are those that continue to exclude the inexperienced and uneducated, the working class that have not had the privilege of seeing the true beauty of Monet or read the powerful and relevant words of Charles Dickens in all their splendors. We now sit at the dawn of a new age, with London continually to solidify its name as a pioneer, bringing art, music, and literature to a modern audience that care more about the content of the art form in front of them than the contents of their pockets. Okay. I guess let's talk to this hoochie over here.
Mademoiselle Babagnan, I'm sorry we must continue our conversation under these circumstances.
On the contrary, what fantastic luck that you are here. Now I get to see you at work.
I think she's flirting with me. I told you she was a hoochie. Please walk me through your movements since the first meeting.
I'm afraid I've done very little, actually. After we parted ways, I went to my cabin. I had barely unpacked and I was fast asleep on the bed.
With who? By yourself?
Alone?
That's a good question.
That is a rather personal question, don't you think, Detective?
I know, but maybe I was wanting to come and join you.
I'm sorry, I'm a little nervous. A poor attempt at a joke. Yes, I was alone.
I mean, you know.
There is no need to be nervous. And then?
And then I was woken up by Florence's scream. I have never heard something so terrifying.
No.
You have been most helpful, mademoiselle. I shall not take up any more of your time.
Okay, so Florence powder case. What's over here? Florence mascara, makeup. Florence powder case. Let's use that. Perhaps the powder case I found may be some use. That's what I was thinking. Some would say it is rather rudimentary way of taking fingerprints. I say quite genius. No signs of any fingerprints on the dial. I may be dealing with a professional thief. Damn, her cabin's right there. Let's see if I can go this way and see anything. Okay. Okay, sorry about that. I went. I could hear a cryy little puppy and got him situated and grabbed myself a brookie, which is a brownie and a cookie combined, because I can kind of tell my blood sugar's dropping and I don't want it to drop. So
I'm sorry, but it's just not acceptable, Mark.
I've apologized to the lady.
he sounds drunk. Apologize to the lady.
And that makes everything all right?
It was an accident.
An accident that could have been avoided if you hadn't spent your morning drinking.
Damn. I'm good, I was right.
Gentlemen, you are behaving like two young boys in the schoolyard. It ends now.
A well-crafted brass telescope for viewing the open ocean and stars above. Oh, it does say X, so I can do some. This shape. Talk to the suspects, inspect the ship, check for fingerprints. Was alone in her cabin. Has not had any visitors to her cabin. Mademoiselle was on a set of keys. Cigarette case, okay, sterling silver. Okay. Mademoiselle says she was quick to lay her head to rest, although there is no proof of her claim. let's talk to this guy.
Is Mademoiselle Farquhar aware you are acting as her knight in shining armor?
I wouldn't go as far as that. I think perhaps we have got off on the wrong foot. I'm Arthur Hastings. Would...
She requested you to follow her to her cabin, no?
No.
Oh, yes, she did, but I wanted to...
Speak with the porter privately? This was part of your investigation?
Well, I'm not a detective. I was just,
Then perhaps you will answer some questions that are vital to my investigation as a detective.
What can I do for you?
Your work is insurance. You wanted to speak to the porter alone. Exit.
It is. Is my employment relevant to Miss Farquhar's missing cigarette case?
I hope you will entertain me for a moment. What would you say the chances of proving a theft in a case such as this one are?
Well, a report from a detective like yourself will certainly help expedite her insurance claim.
Oh.
As I thought. It had perhaps not crossed her mind before, but being amongst an officer of the law and an insurance man, the idea of insurance fraud may have appeared appealing.
Okay. Would you want to speak with the porter alone? You wanted to speak to the porter alone. Tell me more about your work. Let's do that one. Let's get more information about his work.
I'm what some would call a middleman. I oversee the handling of recently sold items and put the buyer in contact with an appropriate insurer.
Okay.
The mention of insurance initially sparked my attention, but the more he talks of his work, I believe he may be my mysterious contact from Lloyd's of London. It was your work that took you to Belgium?
I can't go into too many details, but I'm actually delivering a rather special piece of art to London. I'm meant to be meeting an official of some sorts that's supposed to be helping me, but no sign of them yet.
And it is confirmed. It concerns me that my supposed trusted colleague has found himself involved in the middle of my investigation. I will continue to withhold my true identity and see how Monsieur Hastings' involvement concludes.
When Miss Farquhar, told me that something had gone missing from her safe, I thought it must have been the porter.
How so?
I'd rather not say with him standing just there.
Okay.
It is not I that controls the volume of your voice.
It is me. I control the volume of the game. Just joking.
You must have noticed the smell of beer on his breath. I wouldn't put it past a man that drinks on the job to steal.
Holy profiling.
That is quite the accusation. And if you were correct, you wish to settle the matter with him privately?
I wanted to give him what for, but I suppose I lost my nerve.
Plus,
Merci, monsieur.
This really is an exciting case. Anything I can do to help Miss Farquhar, please don't hesitate to ask.
Your enthusiasm has been noted.
okay, let's go talk to the porter. It was over here, right?
Perhaps you and I can have a more civilized discussion.
I'll tell you the same as I told your friend. I will not be bullied.
Intimidation is not my forte. What is uncovering the identity of criminals and making sure they are punished to the fullest extent of the law.
And that's me?
That is what I am yet to conclude.
Is it usual for one of the consume alcohol while working? How did you come to inquire? Oh, how did you come to injure your hand?
I was in the cargo hold, cutting something with my knife, and it slipped. No harm done.
I am not quite sure you understand what that means.
So now I am stupid and a drunk?
Do you have the knife in question on your person now?
I don't. He stole it and won't return it.
Oh,
Oui, monsieur. Who said anything about drinking alcohol?
It does not take a detective to identify the distinct odor on one's breath.
Maybe one to calm my nerves. My sea
Amen.
legs aren't here yet, that's all.
yay!
I shall let you return to your duties.
Okay. Let's see. What do I have to do?
Ah.
Okay, I have no reason to go there. That's a weird door.
What can I do for you?
Huh.
Good. Evidence of blood. This may be what Monsieur Lore cut himself on. The tip has been dulled, and there appears to be the slightest metallic flakes still dangling. Well-worn wooden handle. A standard handle for such a knife. A sailor masked with a folding blade and a strange spring tip. Wait, can we talk to him some more?
What can I do for you?
Huh.
Okay, so I figured that out.
Oui, monsieur.
I shall let you return to your duties.
Okay, so I must need to go back into the Chicky Poo's place.
Ah,
Okay.
aha. Aha.
These scratches must have been made by something sharp, a blade perhaps. The light is catching part of a fingerprint. Ooh, I do not have the appropriate tools with me, but I'm sure I could find a way to reveal the full print. Wait a minute, I can use. Perhaps the powder case I found may help. Some would say it is a rather rudimentary way of taking fingerprints. I say quite genius.
Magnifique. A fingerprint.
Yes.
Now to determine who it belongs to.
Yes.
You found one, detective? Oh, how exciting! I suppose you'll want to take mine. To rule me out, I mean. You could ask me anything.
Would you allow me a sample of your finger?
Am I to be used as your guinea pig?
I would not dare compare you to a guinea pig. Would you be so kind?
The answer is yes, of course. I have nothing to hide.
So it probably isn't her. How are you going to take compare the fingerprints? The mascara, I bet. The thief knew exactly how to keep their identity hidden. I must now take fingerprint samples from the others taken Mademoiselle. Will allow me to compare what prints are hers with those that may belong to the thief. Following by samples from Majah Hastings and Monsieur Ellen. The only fingerprint that remains on the door is the one left by Mademoiselle Fuqua upon returning to her cabin. The culprit continues to evade me. There must be something I have not considered. Oh, excuse me.
Mademoiselle Farquhar, I shall have your cigarette case returned to you before we reach the English coast.
I hope so, Detective.
Was the cigarette case
Insured? Oh no, why would I have it insured?
Anything of substantial monetary value.
I'll stop you there, Detective. The cigarette case itself is hardly worth 2 pennies, but to me, it's priceless.
Currently, the only suspect I have for the scratches is the porter, Mark. Why the porter? He had cut his... Okay, so he owns a sailor's knife, and he had a cut on his hand. That is not right. Come now, concentrate. Okay, so he has... he owns a sailor's knife. And he smells like alcohol. Looking at the cadet. Oh, yay! Yay! We got an achievement. So looking at the conditions of the door and it's locked, I cannot rule out a drunken attempt to open it.
Aha.
An article from the London. Okay, so we already looked at that.
Oui, monsieur.
Nope.
I shall let you return to your duties.
What can I do for you?
You have been most helpful.
The ship. Talk to suspects. Okay, so... Okay, so... No useful fingerprints remain on the door handle.
Come, my little grey cells. We must think logically.
None of these suspects knew. Combination. The dial. If the thief left any signs accessing the safe, perhaps a fingerprint on the dial.
This will not get me any closer to my goal. Is there something I am not seeing? Something just does not feel right. I cannot see the logic in this. Perhaps a second look at the evidence in front of me. Magnifique.
Yes. Okay. Although the suspect did not have the code to the safe, there is still the chance that it was cracked open.
Come now. Think on what has already been learned.
Okay.
Order and method. That is the way to solve the problem.
The safe was cracked.
Where is the sense in that?
I don't know. Fingerprints on the safe dial.
Another success. I never doubted myself.
I did. I doubted myself. To cover his track. So, no useful fingerprints remain. The thief has been careful to cover their tracks. Okay. Let's see. Tracks covered.
Logical thinking shall always prevail.
Okay. The thief's attempt to fool me and cover their tracks only shows they knew exactly what they were doing. Yes.
The evidence suggests something else.
Okay. So we have an expert break-in. The thief's attempt to fool me and cover their tracks only shows they knew exactly what they were doing. Yes. I can confirm that the porter has nothing more than a scapegoat for the thief. The erratic scratches on the door lock were made to make me believe he was behind the thief.
I should not be surprised by my own skills of deduction.
Yay. My initial suspicion that the porter may have been the thief is beginning to waver. Would someone go to the lengths of Yes. My initial suspicions that the porter may have been the thief is beginning to waver. Would someone go to the... I'm guessing to exit, yes. There are signs of an attempt drunken break-in, but this is clearly work of an expert. Could have broken with a knife such as a porter's would be the perfect tool to use to break into the gap. With no witnesses to confirm his movement, I cannot rightfully confer this all. Although Monsieur Hastings was quick to offer up the knife, he must have known what position he was putting himself in by handling it. Arthur Hastings. Working in his cabin. Monsieur Hastings was working alone in his cabin since helping Monsieur Berkey with her luggage.
I must consider the suspects I have in front of me. Monsieur Hastings. He is keen to impress Mademoiselle Farquhar and claims that he was alone in his cabin working since. Mark Allard, the porter. Evidence suggests a rather amateur attempt to break into the safe, which in his intoxicated state would make sense. But it was just a ruse. The safe was opened quite masterfully, leaving only signs of a poorly attempted break-in. Mademoiselle Babagnan, a new friend to Mademoiselle Farquhar, who appeared at a most convenient time. I cannot see a motive besides the obvious value of the cigarette case, but Mademoiselle Farquhar has made it quite clear the value is of a sentimental nature. Perhaps the best thing for me would be to return to my cabin to think. I fear my legs and perhaps even my evening meal will not last much longer amidst these waves. Perhaps.
Ah, detective. How goes the investigation?
A good detective, better yet, a great detective, will find motive, means, and opportunity.
She found it! Miss Babanian found it! Oh, thank heavens!
I was on my way to speak with the captain when I saw something shining underneath one of those pipes.
Strange that it was not spotted earlier by any one of us while on the ship's deck.
Very true.
Maybe the thief was scared and dumped it for fear of being caught red-handed.
Miss Babanian, Anastasia, you've saved the day. I can't thank you enough. And you, of course, detective.
I find Mademoiselle Babagna's explanation of finding the cigarette case rather coincidental. But without any definitive proof, I cannot
So
suggest
do
anything
I.
otherwise. The cigarette case has been returned and the coast is in sight, which is what is important. Although, there still remains a part of me that craves the truth.
I suppose you can chalk that up as a victory.
A victory for Mademoiselle Farquhar, but not in the eyes of the law.
That's right.
Well, if anyone asks, I'll confirm what a splendid job you did.
Very kind, monsieur. While we are on the matter of truth, Monsieur Arthur Hastings, you are here to oversee the transportation of the penitent Magdalene painting, are you not?
How on earth?
You are aware of my employment, but not of my true identity. Detective Hercule Poirot.
Wait, are you the official that I was supposed to have met on board?
Oui, monsieur. Please, accept my apologies for keeping my true identity hidden. But when it comes to the nature of our work, trust must be earned.
That's right.
A little unorthodox, but I suppose I understand.
Yay,
So you can trust me now?
I love achievements.
It continues to grow.
Well, we have a couple of weeks before the gala, so hopefully by then you'll trust me with your life.
One can hope.
Okay, so we have the prologue. Well, hold on. So that's the prologue to the game. I'm gonna probably end that here once this gets loaded in, to end it there, because I want to do these in, like, you know, chapters or whatever. So very interesting so far. Very different from the last Agatha Christie game that I played, because it was, you know, I mean, the graphics are, you know, the graphics are different, which the whole thing is different. So different detective than from the last one, obviously. So, but I also don't know which of the games came first, if it was this one or the other one. So, and that sometimes has to do with because of whichever year they did whatever, because graphics and gameplay and stuff like that changes over the years so much. So, yeah, so this is very interesting, and it will take me probably a couple different tries to figure out, you know, how this one, figuring out whatever's different from the last one. That's the thing. I was used to the way the last one was done, and then I go to this one, and then it's a matter of, you know, finding the ways you have to do whatever with this. But I mean, hey, I'm not by any means claiming to be a pro. I'm not a pro at one of these. I play these on easy because I would be probably frustrated at having to learn whatever to do it the pro way. So, ta-da! Woohoo! Can I get a... forget about it. I don't... So I'm screenshotting the black screen. Wanted to get a screenshot so I can do my thumbnail.
I don't think I'll ever stop being amazed seeing such incredible pieces up close.
Sorry, I'm doing screenshots. Is there a way for me to stop it here? Hopefully, let me check. Resume. Unsaved progress will be lost. Are you sure you want to return to the main menu? Well, how do I save?
I don't think I'll ever stop being amazed seeing such incredible pieces up close.
One would certainly hope not.
I'm gonna go ahead and go to the main menu because I think it said auto saves, so it probably saved after the whatchamacallit, the prologue. Hopefully, if not, then we will be redoing the whole beginning. Yes. Main menu. Oh, so I can continue here, so that's fine. That works. So, okay, hope you enjoyed, as I did, this new Agatha Christie game. Very different, very, very different, the way it moves and all the different stuff like that, but that's very, very cool. I mean, it's good to do. I mean, it's like any game. You got to learn how to do whatever to, you know, figure out the thing. But so far, I'm really liking this one too. So we still do not know the whole cigarette casing. So not sure what was going on there with that whole. So I don't know if that was a whole show you how to work whatever, or is that a prelude to these are going to be all the people in the case, but I mean probably not the porter, but obviously whoever's going to do whatever, it's very possible going to try to set somebody up for it. So be very, very interesting to see when we continue on with this game. So hope you enjoyed that prelude into this game. If you are new here, if you could please subscribe and help my little channel grow. I am at 73 new total subscribers. I'm on my way to that 100 mark, and I'm hoping to try to get there by the end of next month, March. Today is the 26th of February, so we still got a little over a month left to go. But thank you to everybody who has subscribed to my channel and watching my content. Thank you so much. It means a lot to me. I'm still quite very new at doing all these editings and learning whatever. So thank you for bearing with me while I'm learning all this stuff. Hopefully one day I'll be a big pro and it will be like nothing, but I'm honestly enjoying learning how to do all this stuff. Quick little update, actually, I don't think I've mentioned it, but my broken foot, I did see the doctor the other day on it, the one I broke in September, and it is healed enough that I don't need to be in my boot. There's like one little cracked section still there, and according to them, that is the section that takes the longest to heal. So it's not, my fracture's not completely healed, but it's healed enough that I don't need to be in my boot, which is good. But I still have the wound, and so I have to be extremely careful with it, and still careful with my foot that I don't end up doing something to break it more or break it again, or the wound not to get infected and all that. So I'm still on that, basically try not to be on it as much as I had, you know, not to be on it a lot, which learning how to do all that, I'm not, but the wound does hurt. It does hurt. It's been bleeding a little and that, and it's still the same size. It's not gotten smaller and that. So they've given me different treatment options and things to use to put on it to hopefully get it healed up enough that, you know. But the good news is I don't have to wear my boot anymore, my great big black boot that goes to my knee, which that makes me happy. So I can actually wear real shoes when I go out of the house, but and I can wear pants and not wear shorts, because there's days I had to leave the house and it was freaking cold out and I had to wear shorts because of the boot. Like, I'm telling you, I hated that. So good news on that front. Plus, if you can kind of tell, my voice is getting a lot better, which makes me extremely happy, because I mean, I literally was sick before the beginning of the year. It was like right after Christmas. I got sick and ended up in the hospital because it was like a virus that turned into a flu, that turned into pneumonia, that turned into laryngitis. So basically I've spent the first 2 months of this year being sick and recovering. So it's good to be feeling better and feeling more like myself. But, you know, with the cold weather and that, and with my lungs, I still need to, you know, do my treatments and my breathing to help get, you know, so let's just, if we can get all this cold weather out of the way, that would be great. So, with that being said, that's our first part of this Agatha Christie game. Please remember, please comment down below. Is there anything you want me to try to play or to play? I play on the Xbox, so it would have to be a game that's on the Xbox. I'm still trying to figure out all my other, like with the computer, because I have stuff on the computer I could actually play and do all that. I'm still learning to do all these different things. But if there's anything you'd like for me to see to play, anything you'd like to see me play, please comment down below. Comment down below what you think so far. I mean, if you're a fan of the Agatha Christie books and stuff like that, I think my mother-in-law told me that a lot of it seems to be different from like the movies and all that stuff. So, I mean, I can honestly say I've never read any of the books, or I haven't seen any of the movies. It's one of my things on my list to do is to watch some of the movies just to get a kind of idea of things. So, as always, I want you to remember that you are worthy of whatever you want in your life. Don't let anybody tell you you can or can't do anything, because trust me, believe me, you can. It's your life. Live it how you want to live it. Do what makes you happy. I hear a puppy crying in the background. I think he probably wants something. And I'm proof of whatever, because I've gone through a lot in my life, but I don't let it stop me. I've never, like, I was diagnosed with diabetes at a young age, and I've never let it stop me from doing what I want to do, because it's just something you have to learn to adjust your life to. So, as always, don't let anybody ever tell you you're not worthy. You are worthy of love. You're worthy of happiness. You're worthy of everything you want in life. Remember that. And as always, stay safe, stay healthy, stay warm, since it is winter time. And until our next bout, next chapter of our Agatha Christie mystery. I don't know if there's going to be a murder in this or not, but our mystery. You take care, and we'll see you in the next one.